Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 7 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone had a great day, safe day. It's a TGIF Friday, folks. Let's make it a great weekend. Let's take a look at our 4 agreements. Surrender and let go of the past. Whatever life takes away from you, let it go. When you surrender and let go of the past, you allow yourself to be fully alive in the moment. Letting go of the past means that you can enjoy the dream that is happening right here, right now. Yesterday is gone. Tomorrow's not here. What are you doing right now, folks? Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow up 14, Nasdaq up 17, S&P's up 4.5, gold contract up $15.70, trading at $1,714 an ounce. Silver up 38 cents at $34.17 an ounce. Platinum up 20 bucks at $1,683 an ounce. Bonds down 6 ticks at $141.30. Oil up 85 at $107.43. Dollar index up 84, trading out at 80.02. Euro off $1.60 at 131, and the yen up 88 at 82.43. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. I know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? Cash S&P, we're at 1370.87. The high out there is 1378.04. We did 716 million bottom line versus 877 on the way down. Trying to push into these highs once again. I suspect that you won't get over this high, and I'll tell you why when we start talking about the Hang Seng. That's your S&P. We go to the Dow Industrials. We take a look at the Dow. What you have is this. Dow Industrials got to a price point today of 12,968, closed at 12,922. No big deal. What you did do is that the downdraft out there, folks, which was on Tuesday. The high out there was 12,958. We got to 12,968. You closed underneath it. Bottom line, 716 versus 844. The baby wants to back down. NASDAQ Composite. We take a look at the composite. What we have with the composite is this. Composite goes up 17 bucks today. We are at 29.88. The high out there is 3,000. Composite does 1.5 billion. That 1.5 billion in correlation is how we went down with 1.877. If we go look at the SPY, the SPY, what you have with the SPY is this. So the correlation is you did 100. Well, here, let's go through the whole deal. First off, we made a high. When we made the high out here on the 29th, we hit 138.19. We did that with 185 million. We come down with 202 million. We go back topside today with 117. Still no juice to take it out. The 3 Qs. We take a look at the 3 Qs. What you have with the 3 Qs is this. They did 41 million up here today. Last high out there had 67 million. We came down with 54 million. Small caps. You go into the small caps, what we did with the Russell 2000 is this. Russell 2000 today had 57 million. We were going into the 64 million after coming down with 80 million. These markets, no doubt, reaching for those highs. Now, King Dollar. Let's go over to King Dollar. Now, what you had out here today, folks, was the divergence. And what the divergence was is that King Dollar was moving and the market wasn't cracking. King Dollar, what it did out here today, up 28,000 contracts, up 84 ticks. King Dollar is going to go make the run. I suspect it's going to be on Monday morning. It's going to go make the run, or Sunday night it starts, actually, for 80.24. Right now at 80.02. We'll see whether it can handle it, take it out. The next swing point up there is 82. My take is that not only 82 is in play, what's in play in the dollar, folks, is 89. Now, let's go over to the Hang Seng for a second. What you had in the Hang Seng, folks, is this. I mean, it's a classic ABC down. The Hang Seng over in Hong Kong, and the reason it's important is that all these markets are one, folks. That's the bottom line. So, Hong Kong, what do we do in Hong Kong? Okay. You had a high out there. The high Okay, so the high that was generated out there was the 21,760. That high, folks, was 1.8 million shares, 1.8 billion rather. Watch this. This is pretty amazing. We come off that high with 3.9 billion. And we go from a price point of 21,700 down to 20,500. What do? We go back topside with 1.4 billion. Correlation 1.4 versus your downdraft of 3.9. Monster ABC down. And the way that Hong Kong actually closed is saying that Hong Kong is going to have a tough Sunday night, our Sunday night, their Monday. Gold. Let's go take a look at the gold contract. What you had with gold out here today. As the dollar was up, gold was up too. Gold rejected that low that was out there. Gold closed at 17.13. What you had, bottom line is that you had 191,000 contracts, which isn't bad, by the way, okay? Now, we came down with 343, but the way gold did close, it's like, okay, 17.27 is game out here inside the gold market. Let's go take a look at some of the high-volume stocks that we had out here, even though we didn't have high volume. This is what you had. You had GE was up a penny. JP Morgan was up 59 cents. We had Cisco up 12. AIG was down 6. Green Mountain got smoked out there. That was down $9.81 with volume. Green Mountain has some big problems out there, folks. One of them being that it has a high volume low at $34. You had lows up $41. And no doubt, if we do go over to the S&P, what you have inside the S&P, as one of our tigers are saying out there, this is 3 years from the low that was generated. If we take a look at this S&P out here, bring this all the way back, and that low, of course, that was generated out 3 years ago. With the low out there in the cash S&P was 666.79, and of course you're at 1370 right now. The thing that's amazing about the March level in general, folks, okay? March 10th, also, if we bring this back, I think March 10th was the high of, let me just see this for a second. I think it was the first high that was out there. S&P, yeah, it was. So check this out. This is pretty cool. March, this is really wild how this works. And I remember it because my father's birthday and my son's birthday. And Angie's birthday, which is my wife, folks, which is just amazing, is that was the high of the NASDAQ, I believe. There's 3 indices, and out of the 3 indices, each one of them was either my son, my father's, or Angie's birthday. So if we go all the way back to 2000, I'm going to bring this up right now, but 2000, the S&P, the high also was in March. So we'll see where this shakes and bakes. But no doubt, March is a big deal. We go to the bond market. Let's take a look at the bonds out here. What we have with bonds out here is this, folks. Bonds rejected lower price out here today, staying in the narrow range. You're at 141.29 on the continuous contract. The way that is set up right now, that also wants to get up into the 144, 146. I suspect we're going to go after that 147. This is the bond consolidation is pretty incredible. It's stretched out for a huge period of time. Now, you're going to love this one. Let me see if I can find this. There she is. Okay, so you've heard Warren Buffett out there, bottom line, saying that everyone should be paying more taxes, right? Well, you know what? I think we can start with his own company. So check this out, folks. This is pretty wild. Buffett's out there, bottom line, saying that his secretary's paying more of taxes than he is, right? Okay, so check this out. NetJets, which is owned by Buffett's company, right, is countersued by the IRS, folks. Well, and I'm not saying that he's guilty, but it's going to start. It's going to be a case for $366 million in taxes and penalties. Oh yeah, unbelievable. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there. We'll come right back.